said 9. Wow. Wow. Another person has said 9. And let's see. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Let's see. On a scale of 8. Interesting. Someone said 8. I'm so glad that our teenagers are feeling excited. So let's keep it coming. How do you feel? Let's know how you feel. Yeah. So at the end of the program, we're also going to be having like a checkout. So we want to know how you feel at the end of the program. And there's also prize for most engaging. I'm sure some of you, how many of you attended the last event? If you know where you attended the last event in August, can you just say yes or I or something? Just say something. You know, we had the last event in August. If you attended, just put something in the chat box and let us know you attended. Yeah. Oh, I attended. Thank you, Timileyi. Thank you. And how was it? Do you want to say anything? Just one word. Do you just want to say something in just one word about the program? Do you just want to say something? What? Just one thing. Then we go to the next. We go to the next program, the next thing on the event, which is we've got to get. Oh, he said interesting. So there's someone from the last event. He said the last event was interesting, and trust me, this event has been planned for the past 3 months just because of you. Thank you. Without wasting much of our time, we'll just go to our first game. We've got our first game for today. And like I said, we have overall game winner. So if you happen to win this game in everything, we have prizes, and we have prizes for most engaged. For each of the category, just have prize for one person. So this game is this or that. So you're going to tell me, so you just pick one for each line. Start assignment immediately or assignment done at the last minute. Okay, let's do it this way. If you are for this, you write A. If you are for that, you write B, because you can't just go ahead to just write to start typing everything out. So start assignment immediately, assignment done at the last minute. This is A, that is B. So let's see. Pop it in the chat. Let's see. Start assignment immediately. Assignment done at the last minute. Oh, B. Wow, assignment done at the last minute. Oh, you must be a pushy person, you know. Yeah, English or maths. Let's see. So you just allow me to call it, then you pop your answers. English or maths, which one? A, B, English A, maths B. Yeah. Okay. Group work or solo work? Oh, many people love maths. Wow. Group work or solo work? So we're on number 3 now. Group work or solo work? Oh, someone said group work. A, we have B, solo work. Okay. Keep it coming. Solo work. Wow. Amazing. Solo work. Oh, thank you. You want to do it alone, right? Yeah. There are times you need to do some work on your own. There are times you need a group work. So forget pencil or forget your notebook. Let's see. That's tricky, you know. Oh, forget your pencil. If you forget your pencil or forget notebook. So let's see. Keep it coming. So can you imagine if you forget your pencil, at least you have a notebook. Oh, someone said I'll prefer to forget my pencil. Oh, I prefer to forget. Another person says I'll prefer to forget my notebook. Oh, let's see one more. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the next question is take school bus or you want your parents to drop you off to school. Which A is take school bus? Oh, someone said parent. Oh, you just love your parents to drop you off to school. Someone said take school bus. Okay, parents drop me off at school. Parent drop. I'm sure you love the comfort of your parents dropping you off at school. That's a good one. Okay, so now I go to the next question. The next question, multiple choice or you love essay, multiple choice or essay. Oh, someone has said multiple choice. Let's see who wants multiple choice. Okay. Multiple choice. Okay. Multiple choice. People don't like stories. Well, I like stories. I don't know about you. I like stories I don't like, because, you know, for me, I think multiple choice is a tricky one. If you don't get it, you either get it or you fail it. So I like to tell stories, you know. I just like to tell stories. At least I know I'm going to get a mark or 2 marks or something, you know. Yeah, so let's go to the next question. Physical planner or digital planner? The world has gone digital now. So let's see. The Gen Zs, I'm sure you, oh, somebody said physical planner. Okay. Digital planner. Okay. Physical planner. Physical planner. Okay. Well, for someone like me, what do I like? Amara, what do you like? Physical planner or digital planner?
I'm more of a digital planner. I do both actually. So the digital
Okay.
helps the physical.
Okay. So let's take the other one. Negative thoughts or positive thoughts? Negative thoughts or positive thoughts? Oh, positive thought. Thank you. Amazing. Positive thoughts. Amazing. Okay, so the next question is, will you stay to the end of this program? Oh, sorry, I've got more. So win a race or win a debate? Win a race or win a debate? So would you prefer to win a race or you win a debate? You want to take, do you prefer to win a race or win a debate? That's good. Win a race, win a debate. We need to start exercising, you know, because many of us, I'm sure, it's just to just we think we're not fit enough for the race. Okay, so I go to the next one. Fashion or music? Fashion or music? Oh, fashion. Let's see. Music. Okay, let's see more. Oh, fashion. Okay. So let's see. The next question: cats or dogs? Cats or dogs? Dogs. Oh, we have dogs. Someone saying dogs there. Dogs. Another one, dogs. Dogs. Okay. Wow. Many people don't know. I've not seen anyone that likes a cat. Okay. So I'm sure this is going to be interesting. You all love this. Chocolate or vanilla? Chocolate or vanilla? Let's see. Chocolate. Wow. Chocolate. Vanilla. Who else? Okay, bright colors or white or black? Do you prefer white colors or white or black? Someone has said white or black. White or black. Okay, bright colors, white or black. So I'm going to an interesting one. TikTok or Snapchat? TikTok or Snapchat? Let's see. Okay, so we have Snapchat, TikTok, Snapchat. So what else again? Yeah. And do we have more people? Okay, and the last one, the very last one, no, not the very last one, remaining one. WhatsApp or Instagram? WhatsApp or Instagram? Oh, WhatsApp. Another person said Instagram. WhatsApp, Instagram, WhatsApp or Instagram. WhatsApp or Instagram. Okay, thank you. And the very last one, will you stay to the end of the program? Let's see. If you stay to the end of the program, just say yes. If you won't stay, say no. Let's see. Will you stay to the end of the program?
Oh, that's the difference. Yeah.
Can you please mute? Can you please mute
Oh,
yourself? Are you going to stay to the end of the program? Okay, thank you for taking part in that game. Yes, like we said, we have prizes for most engaging and we have prizes for different prizes today. So sit tight, enjoy yourself, and shortly now we'll be listening to our first speaker. Her name is Amara Gideon-Ameh, and she's a lady that is so passionate about children. She's passionate about teens. She's her heart pants for children and teens. And you just want to listen. She's a mother and she's a social worker. Just join me as I welcome Amara as she speaks to us on self-esteem. You are more than enough. Thank you. Can you please put your phone on mute while she speak. If you need to ask a question, you can just use your reaction and raise your hands, or you pop in a question in the chat. We're going to make it as engaging as much as possible. Thank you very much. Sit tight and enjoy yourself.
Hi, everyone. So how many teenagers are in the house? Drum roll for you guys. How many teenagers are in the house? Yeah. So my name is Amara, Auntie Abimbola has said, and I'll be speaking on the topic. I'm going to be sharing my screen very soon, but I want us to make it as engaging as possible. It's not going to be a lecture. This is not going to be a lecture at all. So everybody is free to participate, please. And if it's possible, please, can we see my screen? Yeah? Hello? Right. So if you can see my screen, just, send an emoji or say something. If it's possible, you can actually put up your cameras if it's not too much to ask. Because sometimes I want to see who I'm communicating with, but that's if it's possible. If you're not comfortable with it, then it's fine. Right? So we are talking on the topic, you are enough. And a subtopic under that is titled Coping with Low Self-Esteem. So all of us, for the parents here and for the adults here who have joined, we've all been teenagers before and we've passed through this phase. So what is it about enough? So I started with, what's the concept of enough? Now, because I used to be, I won't call myself a lecturer, but I like things as engaging as possible. So let's talk about the parts of speech and the meaning of enough. Who can tell me what enough means? Anybody, you can unmute. Sometimes I might not see what people are saying in the chat. So if it's possible for you to speak out, I would prefer that. Who is willing to tell me the parts of speech or the meaning of enough? Okay, can somebody chat then? Let's see. Right? We have students here, right? We have students here. So somebody should be able to tell me the meaning of enough. Okay, so if nobody's willing to do that, enough means adequate. Enough is anything that is sufficient. Somebody would say to a required degree or amount, something that meets a required amount or something that meets the required degree. Yeah? So that's what it means. I'm trying to go back to the slide. And then we have synonyms. The synonym of enough that most of us are already conversant with is there's adequate, there's sufficient, there's, okay. And antonyms, obviously, opposite would mean that something that is inadequate, something that is insufficient. So what are we actually talking about today? But before we go on, I want us to do the water analogy. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen at this point so that you can see me. So I have water here in my hands. I have water here. And if you look at it, it's half full, right? So most times when we have something that is half full or not full, we want more. For some people, there is a feeling of dissatisfaction that comes with it. For some people, they feel like, okay, for me, it doesn't have to be more than this. I think this is sufficient. But for some people, it's inadequate. Yeah. Now, there are feelings that come with this. This is just an analogy to talk about the concept of not feeling or feeling not enough. I'm trying to share my screen again. So sorry for people who are tech savvy. I'm not the best tech person, right? So what is that thing as a teenager that you feel isn't sufficient for you? Is it beauty? Is it height? Is it strength? Is it intelligence? General body issues? Background or happenings at home? There's so many things. There are some people who feel like, I'm not tall enough. I wish I was tall enough. Growing up, I always wanted to be an usher, right? And I felt like if I was just as tall as maybe 5'11", I would have been able to go for ushering jobs and do a lot. So I want to ask you and put it in the chat now. What's that thing that you feel like, okay, it's not enough? I want more of this. I wish this was enough. Or I think that this is not adequate for me. So put it in the chat and let me see. Are there things like that? So for some people, is height, and for some people, they just feel like they're not smart enough. I wish I was as smart as, as Richard, or as smart as Ite, or, I think I'm not strong enough. For the guys, usually, I would like to be well muscled. I'm not toned enough, I'm not muscular enough. General body images are certain things that we just feel as teenagers that, we want more of it. And these general body image issues usually would lead to a feeling of, dissatisfaction with the way we look. For some people, it's their background. For teenagers who come from houses where, there's poverty is strife, and their parents are not doing so well, they wish they came from richer homes. They wish they came from wealthier homes. And then they begin to compare themselves with Lagbaja, who is probably being dropped in school, with a Rolls Royce. And some people, maybe there's domestic abuse going on at home, or a lot of things going on at home. And then it dips into your confidence. So you look at yourself, and then you don't feel satisfied with who you are or what you are. So, eventually the resultant effect is that it begins to affect our self-esteem. Self-esteem means that, you're confident in your worth, you're confident in your abilities, you're confident in your morals. Cambridge Dictionary would define it as belief and confidence in your ability and value. But the effect of not feeling good enough, smart enough, beautiful enough, or all of those things associated with enough, is that you start feeling dissatisfied, and then you want to be like others. You want to be like your friend who you feel, oh, he's 6 foot, I wish I were taller. Or you start comparing yourself with the things that you're seeing online. A lot of teenagers now are investing their time online, and so when you look at yourself and then you look at what you're seeing on social media, you begin to feel inadequate, and then it dips your confidence. Your confidence begins to go down. It begins to affect who you are. It begins to affect how you see yourself, right? So I'll just play a video. It's also from a teenager, just related to what we are talking about. So let's hear this.
Do you ever feel like you're not worth it? Do you ever hate yourself for not being good enough? For not being the person everyone expects you to be? I used to think that. Do you ever feel like you're not worth it? Do you ever hate yourself for not being good enough? For not being the person everyone expects you to be? I used to think that how other people saw me was more important than how I saw myself. So I always tried to be someone who I wasn't, someone who others wanted me to be. Back then, I didn't realize how much this could affect me and my self-esteem. It wasn't until later on that I realized how you feel about yourself and how you think about yourself matters more than anything else in the world.
So there are lessons to be learned from this video. And I want us to just talk about 2 lessons. If there's anybody that can tell me lessons that we've learned from this video, just chat. Yeah, can we just chat? What are the lessons learned in this video that you can relate to? Right. So, it teaches us a lot of things. Anyway, we'll just go to the next slide. We talked about building self-esteem, and the questions will come at the end of the slide. So, how do you build your self-esteem when you see that your confidence has begun to dip, and that you've begun to feel unworthy, low self-esteem has set in? What can you do? There's certain steps that you can take, and it's been outlined here. You can start believing in yourself. The first thing that you do is believe in yourself. Nobody is going to believe in you more than yourself. Nobody is going to believe in you more than yourself. Speak out. It's always good to speak out. Silence does more harm than good. I've noticed that, you have to talk to somebody. Get a mentor. Your parents can be there. Just give me a minute. Sorry, so I have a son that's been coming in. Sorry about that. So believe in yourself, speak out, find a mentor, a parent, a counselor. Counseling really helps for times when you feel like, you've begun to feel unworthy, or your confidence has started to drop. Be intentional about your friendships, and I would say invest in healthy relationships only. Any friendship that does not add to you, there's no point. Any friendship that is not mutually beneficial, then you should run away from that friendship. Flee all appearances of evil. Friendships don't have to be parasitic. It has to be the one that you know that you're gaining something from it. If you have friends and they are making you to do things that you shouldn't do, then you shouldn't be in that friendship. Invest only in healthy relationships. Empower yourself. I'm a very strong advocate of reading books. Read motivational books. At the end of this slide, I'm going to be showing you some recommended books that I think that if you read, it's going to help you. Read books, engage yourselves in activities, do something, engage your mind. An idle mind is the devil's workshop. There's so many things you can learn, even online. There's so many things you can learn these days. Attend seminars. Seminars like this will help you. Attend webinars. And then one very important one that I think, that helped me personally is have a mantra that will guide you through life. Growing up as a teenager, I had a mantra, and for me, it was taken from scripture. It doesn't have to be scripture. It could be anything that relates to you. It could be, just inspirational. And mine was Daniel 1:8 because it appealed to me a lot. And so it guided me through life. Another thing is say no to unhealthy habits. The world is becoming morally bankrupt these days, and there's so many habits that you might be forced to want to do as a teenager. You don't have to. You don't have to do what others are doing. You can be different, and it's okay to be different. It's okay to say no to things that you don't want to do, because there's so many things that you would engage in because you want to join the bandwagon, or you don't want to displease others, and it affects you more, affects you negatively. It even reduces your level of confidence, and then you start, for some of these things, you begin to feel guilty, and you begin to feel dirty. So anything that doesn't help you, anything that doesn't edify you as a person, as a teenager, stay away from it. You know, for Christians, even the scripture will say that you should flee from all appearances of evil. Whatever that is not adding to you, you know, shouldn't be in your life. And then one thing again that really helps, it helped me as well, is affirming your worth. There's power in affirming your worth. There's power in positive declarations and power in positive affirmations. Look into the mirror. The other lady, the video that we watched, she would look into the mirror and she would see what she wasn't, what she thought she didn't have. So when you look into the mirror, look at, you know, a good version of yourself. Tell yourself, I am beautiful, I am worthy, I am capable. What are those things that you feel like, you know, are inadequate? Tell yourself. If you feel like, you know, as a lady, you're not pretty enough, go to the mirror. Find 5, 10 things that make you beautiful. Everybody's beautiful. Declare to yourself. I do that with my children every day. So they have affirmations and we go and we say, oh, I'm capable, I'm unique, I'm different. Keep telling yourself, and before you know it, your mind attunes to that. And you start believing it. Is one step to believing in yourself. The more you tell yourself what your mind needs to hear, and even what your body needs to hear and what your spirit needs to hear, it starts manifesting and it starts building your psyche. I'll tell you a story. So usually I'm somebody who is confident. And when I came into the UK, you know, funny enough, there's so many things that can actually affect our level of self-confidence. It doesn't even have to be just physical. For some, it's psychological. I work in a place where I have to speak to service users all the time. And that's why I say it's not even just teenagers who go through these struggles. Adults do. And so because I have the typical Nigerian accent, I would speak to some people and they would tell me they don't understand me, you know. So usually I noticed that it began to get to me and it began to affect my feelings of worth. So I will go back and say, isn't not this English that I've been getting A's all my life? And then people will say, you sound really good. What's going on? But some of those concepts, so one of those feedback I was hearing was based on bias, was even some form of subtle racism. So I had to go back and tell myself, no, Amara, you're good enough. Your English is good enough. Your accent is good enough. And the moment I had to do that with myself, you know, my confidence came back because my confidence had dropped at that point. And sometimes I would say, you know what, I don't want to speak to people. But I went back and I said, no, it's not that bad. There's something, if I'm getting this feedback, then there's something they're saying that I'm not seeing. It's not about me, it's about them. And I'm not going to allow it affect me. So the things that you think that you do not have, you shouldn't allow it affect you. If you think that, okay, let's say this person has this and I don't have this, it doesn't matter. You're fearfully and wonderfully made. You have just what you require. Let's, you know, go back to the water analogy. So that somebody has a full glass of water doesn't mean mine should be full as well. You can be contented with the level of water that you have. Right? So what we're going to do next is, and then, yes, I'm going to go back to the God factor, even though we know that this platform caters to people from practicing different religions, but the God factor is key, right? And so for those who are Christians, and even if you're not, everybody believes in God. So as teenagers, immerse yourself in service, and it's part of engaging your mind and engaging yourself. So we're going to 5 positive affirmations, and as well, you'll be writing down 5 things that you like about yourself. It's just Some of us do not have time to do that. Some teenagers are busy, you know, you go to school and all of that. And for parents who are here, I would also say that if you're here and you're a parent, please help your teenagers. Speak to them. Boost their confidence. There's some words that derogate you. Do not use it on them. Because somehow their minds are not as, you know, as strong as ours. They might not be able to handle it when we tell them certain things. So the exercise that we're going to be doing now is that we're going to be writing down 5 positive. I've already written down. So first off, for every teenager who is listening, just know that you are enough. You are enough. You are smart enough. You are intelligent enough. You are good enough. You are handsome enough. You are pretty enough. You are tall enough. If you are maybe 5'4" or 5'5", that's how you're meant to be. You're not supposed to be taller than the way you are. You're not meant to be, you know, fatter than you are. You are good enough. You're fearfully and wonderfully made. You are beautiful. And I love this quote from Eleanor Roosevelt. It says, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent." Nobody has that right to do that. So let's write down the things that I'm going to be asking you later, but just write them down, put them in the chat box. 5 things you like about yourself from every teenager who is here. Write 5 positive affirmations as well. And then I have recommended books that I think will help you. So the first one is, I'm sure this is very common to most people. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens by Sean Covey is a very good one. I read it as a teenager. Really good. Look for these books. As much as possible, reduce your time on social media. And even if you should, make sure you're doing something that is practical and is helpful. Some of that time, you can read books. There are digital books now that you can read online, even if you want to be online. There's a self-esteem workbook for teens by Lisa Sharp. That's very good as well. There's one called I Am Enough, Grace Beers. You have the Gifts of Imperfection, Brent Brown, and Be Confident, Be You, the Teenage Guide to Build Confidence and Self-Esteem. So there are a number of books here. There's no how you won't like one of them. Try and read one, and it would definitely help, right? So have we written down anything? Right. I like this one. Good. It's amazing. So, yes. So it's more important. It's good to have high self-esteem, obviously. What you think about yourself is more important than what anyone thinks. Beautiful. Your self-esteem is more important than how people see you. Amazing. Which one else? Let's see. I'm great. Okay, Ayobami says I'm great. That's good. I'm a good person. I love that. Yes. And I shall multiply. Amazing. I make mistakes, but my mistakes don't define me. That's amazing, because obviously as humans, there's a tendency to make mistakes, but those mistakes shouldn't define you. You stand up when you fail, when you make an error, you stand up, you learn from the mistakes that you've made, and then you become better. I'll tell you one again. I'm a good version of myself. In fact, I'm the best version of myself. I like this. I'm successful, obviously. There's a lot here. So I'm not so great at reading charts, and I'm old school. So sometimes I'm not as tech savvy as I should be. I love this one. I'm bold, I'm confident, I'm independent, I'm self-sufficient, I'm strong, I'm fruitful, I'm worthy. I'm constantly evolving into a better person. So thank you so much for all of this. Do we have questions? See this one. I love my shape. I love my smile. I love my confidence. I love my strengths when it comes to work. I love everyone around me. That's perfect. So does anybody want to say anything? You actually have an opportunity to, to speak out. Right. If you want to. Sometimes I feel like, just speaking out actually helps our confidence. I know that we are in an era where people say drop emojis, drop chats, and then we struggle to go and read it. But do you know that the more you're able to speak out in a public forum like this, it actually helps your confidence levels? Honestly, it helps you, it builds your confidence, and then you're able to speak wherever, build your public speaking skills. I wish I had this when I was younger or as a teenager. By now, I'd have been a pro. Yeah, so do we have questions, and do we have any questions at all, comments at all related to this? I know that we've put all of this in the chat, but does anyone want to say something? And does anyone have any contributions? Yes, towards this? Yes, and I like this. Can we have someone say something? Be bold. There's somebody who says, I'm bold. So let that boldness be demonstrated. Okay, so I guess there are no questions and there are no comments.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, that's fine. Hi, Timmy.
Yes, ma'am. I feel everybody should have like daily affirmations.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's my contribution.
Yes, that's good. It's very good to have it daily. So, like I said, with my children, I make them do daily positive affirmation. So when they greet me in the morning, good morning, mommy, good morning, daddy. The next thing after that is the affirmations. I'm this, I'm that. Sometimes it seems like it's a lot, but it's deliberate because I'm helping them build something. I remember when we moved into the UK, my daughter would, cry when she went to school and she saw a lot of white people. She started feeling different. What's going on? I'm the only black person. Other people are white. And I said, it doesn't matter. You're not different. You're all equal in the sight of God. It's just your skin tone. So there might be people like that who is dealing with that. I'm the only black person in school. I'm the only black teenager in school. I do not understand. I feel like I'm not good enough. I don't belong. You belong. Your difference is special. If there's anything like that, in being different, you're special as well. So yes, positive daily affirmations would help. And for our ladies here, I would have really liked a female teenager to talk. Honestly, because we have a lot of body image. If it's okay, I mean, we're teenagers here. Some of us will say, growing up, let me tell you something funny. We had girls in class. We are mature, we understand these things. So I'm just going to say it. And then we'll put pads or certain things and put it into our shirts, right? I'm not going to say more than that, just to make it appear bigger than it is or it was at that time, because we didn't feel good enough. A lot of people were doing it. So there are some people who still say, oh, my hips are not big enough. Forget what you see in magazines. Forget what you see online. You're perfect the way you are. And that's why I like somebody who said, I have a good shape. Yes. Any other comments? Any other question? Any other contribution? Okay, so what can I do? Ajim, do you mind reading out the questions for me, please, if that's okay?
All right, that's fine, ma. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. I really enjoyed your session. Like so very, very beneficial for
There's
me.
a question here, but
Good
I'm
question.
struggling to read.
Yeah, so
Read.
Ayobami is asking, what can I do when certain people have certain notion about things I do and want me to be like them? But for me, doing what they want will bring down my self-esteem.
Right.
Yeah.
So the first thing is you shouldn't be forced into doing what people want you to do. So I know that sometimes it seems really difficult, but you can. So you tell yourself, I do not have to do what people want me to do. I do not have to be what others want me to be. And so if I go back to right. So if we go back to what we saw, you are the best version of yourself. Nobody can make you feel inferior. So it's learning how to say no. Sometimes it's the self-will to say no that is the problem. You have to develop your mind, develop your mental strength to the point where you are able to say no to things that you don't want to say no to. Because sometimes as teenagers, we do things just to join the bandwagon, just so that they don't say, oh, you are a child. I remember those days, um, as late, as teenagers, female teenagers, obviously, some guys will come and say, oh, I like you, and all of that. And I knew I wasn't ready for that. So I would say, no, I'm not interested. Some of those guys would say, why are you acting like a child? If they tell you that, allow them say that to you. It doesn't matter. If they say words to you that, make you feel, let me just, so that they won't say, is it JJC, or what are those Gen Z words they say now? It doesn't really matter. As long as your self-worth remains and you know that if you do this or if you join them, it's going to affect you or make you feel guilty, say no. So build the mental strength to be able to say no. And then obviously, if you go back to a slide later, if you do all of those things, speak out. If you can't handle it, because sometimes, we may not be able to handle these things, these temptations ourselves. And that's why it's good to speak out. Talk to somebody. You can even talk to the convener of the positive team and say, you know what, going through this in school, this is happening, what do I do? That's where mentoring comes in. Speak to somebody, and the person may be able to give you tips. If you can speak to your parents, do speak to your parents. That will help you. Yeah. Do we have any other question?
Thank you so much, Ma. We really do appreciate your time with us. I hope everybody enjoyed. Do we still have questions? Okay, if we have questions, we can easily drop them in the comments in the chat box. We'll definitely get back to them later on, but we have to move on now. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Amara. We really appreciate your time. Thank you, Ma. And okay, so for me, hello everybody. My name is Ajim, and we're just going to be having a little game time now, just a very short game time. But before we start the game, can we? I'm in the spirit of positive affirmations right now. So I would want to do something for us, or we can do it together. So I'm going to say some certain things, and then I want us in the chat box, in the chat room, let's also affirm it. Let's also affirm it. So first, we're going to start. Say to yourself, I am more than capable. I have the capacity to fulfill my dreams. I am worthy of everything I desire. I am so worthy of love. Yes, I can see that. I recognize my own lovability. I recognize my power to accept, receive, and give love. Yes, you're worthy of love. I am good enough for everything. I have the ability to do incredible things. I'm not seeing your chat, so yes, you're good enough for everything. I am good enough for everything. I let go of all fear and everything that is stopping me from realizing the truth about myself. Yes, I let go of fear. You don't have any reason to fear. You are special. You are unique and you are important. You are worthy. You are valued. All right. I am unapologetically myself. And that, as you guys will say, this period, and that's That's on period. All right. I hope we enjoyed that session, and I'm sure you had a good time with that, and now you feel better about yourself. Yes. You feel better about yourself, knowing that you are loved, you are valued, you're worthy of beautiful things. You have a lot inside of you. Okay? We have a lot inside of us. So good, good, good. All right. Oh, who is using my whiteboard? I don't need you to stop my whiteboard. Okay. All right. So now we're going to go into the games, and this game, I need you people to talk. Oh, I want everybody to at least say one or two things, or at least, let's try and make it beautiful for us. So first, we are going to, okay. Please, can you see my screen? Please let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes.
All right. So it's game time. And now, so we are in the Christmas season. So I want you to put it in the chat box. I want you to let us know, what does Christmas mean to you? What does this season mean to you? Let me know. I'm going to be reading your chats. I'm going to be reading your comments. What does Christmas mean to you? Let's start off with that before we go into, the other aspect of the game today. What does Christmas mean to you? Okay, Timilaine says, Christmas is the celebration of the birth of Jesus. Amazing. It says celebrating the greatest gift, giving Jesus. Amazing. A day to spend with family. Beautiful, beautiful. Can we have much more? Can we have some more? Can we have some more? What is Christmas to you? How do you feel about Christmas? So whenever it's Christmas season, what comes into your mind? What do you feel like doing? You want to go out? I know some of us want to go to the mall every now and then, if possible, every day, to just go and enjoy ourselves, play VR games, watch movies with our friends, with our family. Everybody, you just want to rest. You want to have a good time. Ah, big turkey. I agree to that. Very big one. People like us that like eating chicken. Good food. Good food. Yes, good food. I mean, what's a Christmas party or a Christmas season without good food and big chickens? Yeah. Ara loves getting presents. That's amazing, no? Ara, would you give me some presents too? Would I be getting presents? That's beautiful. Okay, so
That's you have to add some things.
all right, it's beautiful to know that we all feel the same way about Christmas. Yes, Christmas is a wonderful season for us, and we're in it, so we have to be happy and celebrate it. All right, so because we're also in the positive spirit of our esteem, knowing who we are and affirming positive things about ourselves, I want us to, for each letter of Christmas, of the word Christmas, I want us to use each letter to say something positive to yourself. I want us to write that in the comment section, or say it if you can speak to us. That would be nice. Let's hear your beautiful voices. Let's hear your beautiful voices. So Christmas, cheerful, yes. Ita is a cheerful baby girl. Yes. All right, she's capable. Yes, I am caring. Yes, can we have more? There's C, there's letter H, there's letter R, there's letter I, S, T, M, A, S. So we can use each of those words to say something very beautiful and positive about ourselves. Yes, you're thankful. Amazing. But yes, you're thankful. There's a T in it. You are smart. That's beautiful. That is very beautiful. And indeed, you are smart. That is beautiful. We need more of you to talk or to chat us. There are prizes, oh. For this session, there are prizes. Everybody is a winner. Handsome. There's no B in it. I would have said beautiful to myself. So let me say I am, hey, what will I use now? I am stunning. I am stunning. That's for letter S. Intelligent. Yes, you are intelligent. Amazing, amazing. We still have more. We've not gotten for letter, I think we've not gotten for letter A. You're very rich. Yes. Who doesn't want to be rich? Who doesn't want to be rich? Yes, we are rich. I am rich. I am rich. No. Oh, mindful. I am mindful and demure. Oh, nice. This is beautiful. So this is just to make you understand that you can always tell yourself positive things every day. You don't need to allow anybody to bring you down or to bring your mind, your thoughts about yourself and what you do. Nobody has to shallow you down. Nobody has to shallow you. Yes, beautiful. You are honest. This is amazing. Beautiful. I want you to keep up this energy and keep saying this to yourself every now and then. Adaptive. Wow. Wow, really digging it deep. Oh, that's amazing. I love it. You're adaptive. Wow. Beautiful. Do we still have more? Do we still have more? Okay, you can always drop it in the chat, okay? That's beautiful. Well done, guys. Well done. I have magnificent. Oh, amazing. Amazing. Yes, you are magnificent. Well done, baby girl. Well done. Well done. Well done. All right. We'll move on to the next aspect of this game. Only one person dropped everything for us. So Ayobabi says, I am confident, I am happy, I am intelligent, I am resourceful, I am super great, I am thankful, I am more beautiful, I am amazing, and success is mine. This is beautiful. Well done, Ayo. Well done, Ayo. And so, this is beautiful. Well done. Amazing. All right, guys, we'll just quickly move into the next game now. And it's our fastest fingers. Who is ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? Can I find out if you're ready in the chat section? Let's know if you're ready. Are you ready? Yes, you are. All right. Now, fastest fingers. We're going to have prizes for this session. Okay, we're going to have a winner for this session or winners for this session. So we need to have you follow our pages, our social media pages, the Positive Teen on Facebook, the Positive Teen page on Instagram, the Positive Teen on TikTok, and the Positive Teen on YouTube. Now, when you follow all of these pages, can we all hear me? When you follow all of these pages, we need to see who has the highest likes, okay? We need you to like all the posts. Like all the posts as fast as you can. Share content. Share as many as you can. And make sure you comment on every post on all platforms. On all platforms. So we have 4 platforms. So we need you to share contents on all of these 4 platforms. We also need you to comment as quick as possible on all 4 platforms. We also need you to, like as many content as you can, as that will determine who has the highest likes and who becomes the winner of this particular game. Okay, as many as possible. We need you to win. So fastest fingers, I hope you're going to do that right about now. Just do that swiftly. Pam, 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 pam. I would like to win too. I would like to participate, but I'll leave it for every one of us to do that.
And we have, sorry, Ajim, we have 5 minutes for this.
Okay.
5 minutes, so we have to be as fast as possible.
Let's do this quickly. Let's do this quickly. The fastest fingers. Once you're done, amazing. We'll just find out who the winner is later, and then we'll share. Okay. Are we on it? Are we on it? Let me know if you're on it already in the comment section. Let me know if you're already on it. All right. So while we're at that, I'll be bringing in our next speaker. I'll be bringing in our next speaker. Her name is Abimbola Shotayo. She's the convener of the Positive Team, the Plus Factor, and our host for today's event. This our December event, which we tag as Unbreakable, right? And she's going to be taking the next session, and our topic is the Resilience Remix, turning strengths into turning struggles rather into strengths. So let's welcome Auntie Abimbola to give us an amazing time out with her. All right, ma, welcome, ma.
Thank you, Ajim. I guess people are still on our different pages, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, the YouTube. You're still liking, commenting, sharing, following. Just keep doing it whilst I just get ready. We have 3 more minutes to go, so just keep doing it whilst I get my slide ready. I hope, like I said, there is prize for most engaging. I'm still trying to get my okay. So I'm just still going to give us some time, 2 more minutes to go. Two more minutes to go. And we'll get going. So whilst I'm waiting for us, 1 more minute to go. Ajim, please, I need you to let me know when I'm just 10 minutes into my time. Yeah, so once again, I hope you're enjoying yourselves. And to this evening, I'm sure we enjoyed Amara's session on resilience, on building You're More Than Enough, building your self-esteem. I will be speaking to you on the Resilience Remix, turning your struggles into strength. So I'm going to make it as engaging as possible. I'm sure we can see. So let's talk. What are the struggles that teenagers go through? Auntie Ajim, I'm going to help us. Auntie Amara has touched part of my what I wanted to to see the chat. So we're going to make it as engaging as possible. So what struggles do teenagers go through? We can see this. I'm sure we can relate. So tell me, what can you relate with here? Just pop it in the chat box. What can you relate with here? Academic failures have we experienced? As teenagers, we experience some failures and setbacks at times, especially in our studies. How many of you have you've sat for an exam and you just realize maybe you failed the subject or something? Fear of the future. Somebody said that at times when she thinks about her future, because she doesn't know what the future holds, it really gives her some anxiety. Then we have family conflicts. Some of us, we come from, I'm going to tell you my story. I come from, when I was growing up, that we had family conflicts, in my home. And it really was a struggle for me as a teenager. I was young then. I'm sure some of us can relate with it. Some of us, friendship or relationship struggles. So let me know which of the struggle can you identify with. Just pop it in the chat. Which of the struggles can you? Yeah, I can see failure, uncertainties, peer pressure. Yeah, fear of the future, uncertainty. Let's hear. So whilst growing up, let me just tell you my own experience. So whilst growing up, like I said, I had this family conflict struggle. And so it was, when you come from a home and you've seen, I don't know, some of you will be able to relate with it, And also, by the time I got into secondary school and also university, I started having struggles with my friendship group. I started having peer pressure struggles. And at times I would just be wondering, what does the future hold for me? Yeah, thank you. So let's go to the next slide. So as teenagers, I know we go through different struggles. It's not just adults that go through. So the question is, how do we deal with the struggles that we go through? Yeah, so that is what this is all about. So that is what this is all about. So now, what is resilience? Let's look at what is resilience. What is resilience? What can you see there? Sorry. So let's look at it. What is resilience? Here, it says resilience is the ability to bounce back from difficult situations and to see problems as opportunities for learning and growth. So the truth is that you cannot do anything about the situations. You cannot control the situations from not happening. But guess what? You can do something about that situation. So someone once said that you may not be able to do anything about your past, but you can do something about your future. So you may not be able to do anything about your past, but you can do something about your future and your present. The same way you may not be able to do anything about the situations you find yourself. I mean, you may not be able to avoid those situations, but then you can do something about it going forward. So resilience is taking the T away from I can't. Interesting. When I saw this picture somewhere, this image somewhere, I was like, wow. So oftentimes, when we go through the struggles that I shared in the previous slide, academic struggles, we feel, oh, I can't do this. I can't do the science subjects. I can't do this maths. I can't do this English. I can't do it. But resilience says, I can. Resilience says, I can't. So if you want to be resilient with a T away from that, I can't. So tell me, put in the chat, what are the things that you think you can't do? So you need to start taking away the T away. So like I said, resilience is taking away the T from the I can't. Now let's go to the next one. So what can you see? I'm going to show us something now in my next slide. You can see this lady and this girl, she's looking, she's gazing. So my next slide now, I'm going to show you a slide that I want you to put in the chat box. What can you see from there? And my question to you is that, how resilient are you in difficult situations? If you want to know what resilience means, resilience is just bouncing back from that situation. You know, so imagine if you have like, if you're standing and you have like an elastic behind you, when you rest on the elastic, what happens? Because the force you put on the elastic, it will push you back. That is resilience. Resilience should push you back forward. So what words describe you? So let me know, how resilient are you in difficult situations? How willing are you to bounce back in difficult situations? So my next slide here, what can you see? So this slide is showing you different meaning of resilience. So we're going to do a quick one now. Can you just, what words can you pick out here that is like the synonym of resilience? I just need you to just put anything you can put in the chat. We've got strength. What can you see? And from these words here, what word describes you as a resilient person? I've said it that resilience means bouncing back, pushing against the difficult situations. Resilience is rising above this difficult situation. So what can you see? What describes you? So give me one word there. What can you see? And what describes you? What can you see? What describes you? Let's have it. What can you see? What describes you? Let's see. What can you see? What describes you? Yeah. So resilience, are you strength? It means determined. From what I'm seeing here, I'm just reading it out. It means strength. It means determined. It means believe in yourself. When you are resilient, it simply means you are believing in yourself. When you are resilient, it simply means you are being determined. When you're resilient, it simply means you have strength. When you're resilient, it simply means you're overcoming. When you're resilient, it simply means endurance. What can you see? And when you're resilient, it simply means you are adding effort. There are many things we can't go through that. So let me take you to my next slide. Yeah, so what can you see? So I'm going to play this video for some of us that are Christians. We know the story of Joseph in the Bible. Joseph was someone that went through difficult situations in his life. Honestly, when I think about him, I'm like, this guy, oh, he really went through so much. Was it when he was with his siblings to start with? It came from a family that the father had different wives. He had brothers that were jealous of him. So everything was just working against him. And what happened again? Then they sold him into slavery. And from there, when he got to a country, he thought, oh, he was comfortable there. Then another challenge came his way. He was imprisoned and so many things. So let's listen to this video as we... Joseph. So, sorry, I'm just, yeah. Okay. So just a minute. Okay, so I'm going to come back to the video. I'm going to come back to it. I'm going to come back to the video. Okay, just let's leave the video. So the question is, how do you build resilience? There are some things you need to realize that there are some things that you don't have to do in order to build resilience. The first thing is that do not be afraid. So when challenges come your way, tell me, put in the chat box, what usually comes to you? Fear, right? When fear comes our way, we start being afraid, we start panicking. But if you must build resilience, the first thing you must put away is that fear. Rather, do not be afraid, but have faith in God. Because the truth is that your fear can't change anything. The second thing is don't quit. For when you quit, you lose out. Many a time you just want to quit. You just want to give up. You know what? I'm tired. I don't think I can do this course. I don't think I can do this subject. I just want to quit. No, you have to make sure you don't quit. And the second is don't accept defeat. Strive to overcome the defeat. Most times when the challenges come our way, even from our family, we just feel, you know what, there is nothing I can do about it. I can't do anything about it. But don't accept that defeat, because once you accept that defeat, that's it. So strive to overcome the defeat. So my question to you is that what is that struggle? What is that challenge that you're facing currently? And whatever we're telling you today might not just be, you might feel, oh, it's not really useful for me today. But I tell you, trust me, even as adults, we face challenges. The fourth thing is that don't throw away your confidence in the face of a crisis, when a crisis comes. So oftentimes when crisis come, what happens to us? We begin to lose our confidence. Oh, I don't think I'm good enough. I don't think I can do this. Just a little struggle, just a little thing, and we just feel, oh, I don't think so. I'm not good enough. Don't throw away your confidence, because you need that confidence to be able to face it. You got to face it. And the other one says, don't have a grasshopper mentality. Don't have a grasshopper mentality. Have a conqueror mentality. I'm sure we can see this. I think I was meant to put, have a lion mentality, you know. So many a times we chicken out. We just chicken out. We just feel like, oh, you know what? I can't do this thing. No, have it. Tell yourself, this thing, you're a challenge, I'm going to conquer you. You're a challenge, I'm going to overcome you. So you have to say to yourself, like Auntie Amara said, you have to have those positive affirmations. And let's look at the things that we need to do. So when challenges come your way, the first thing you must do is that you must guard your mind by filling it with positive affirmations. Auntie Amara talks about positive affirmations, because the truth is that many things start from your mind. If you feel defeated, you're defeated already. Someone once said that the greatest battle you can fight is the battle of the mind. So guard your mind. Don't let those negative thoughts, don't let those fears enter. Guard it. They will try to come, but that's why the only way you can guard it is by filling it with positive affirmations. So when a thought like this comes, oh, you failed that math, you say, no, I failed it once, but I'm going to make it again because I am intelligent, I am smart. Someone said it. So generate joy against all odds. I remember when I was growing up, I said I was experiencing a family conflict. I had to start generating joy. You know, joy is something you have to generate sometimes. It may not be a good experience. So I failed a driving test, you know, and when I failed the driving test, I spent money to do the driving test. But then I start generating joy against all odds. And the reason is that when you generate joy, you generate strength. The next thing is that brace up and be on your feet. You can't keep crying. I mean, crying does nothing. Trust me, crying does nothing. Worrying does nothing. So until you brace up, just brace yourself up and shake yourself and get on your feet and say, you know what? I failed that time, but I'm rising up again. I'm going to do it again. That's my next point. It says, try it out again with a change strategy and method. Someone once said that you cannot do the same thing the same way and expect a different result. No, let me put it again. You cannot do the same thing the same way and expect a different result. No. So if you must try it again. Change your strategy, change your method. For instance, if it's academic struggle, if it means that, oh, you do solo work, like some people said they like doing solo work, why not try group work? Why not try tutorials? Why not try revision? So you have to re-strategize to get a different result. Persevere, that's another point. You need to persevere to get the promise. There is promise ahead of you, but you need to persevere. Persevere simply means, in your own terms, be patient, keep going, keep moving, don't give up. And another thing that I'm going to say here is that recognize when you need to stay in to survive and when you need to jump out to be saved. So there are some struggles that you don't bother your head, that you just need to jump out of it. That's the truth. There's some struggles that you don't need to stay. For instance, let me give you an instance. If you have a friendship group and you're struggling with your friendship group, if you know that this friendship group is not healthy for you, I don't expect you to stay there because you want to survive. You need to jump out to save yourself. So there are some, you have to assess, you have to look at the situation, this challenge. Is this something I need to stay in and fight? or is this something I need to jump out so that I can save myself? So you need to know when you need to stay in that struggle, and you need to know when you need to survive. For many of us from different family background, family conflicts, you can't jump out of your family. I'm sorry, you can't quit your family, but you can stay in to survive. To be opened, and the doors that must be shut. It's not every door that is open that needs to be opened. There are some friendships that are not, that you need to shut. So you have to ask yourself, what must I shut down? For some, you might just be spending more time on social media. It may be a door that you need to shut so that you can be able to build your resilience, because the social media tells us, somebody said that many a times there's no good news there are no good news again. It's just bad news. So if you need to shut down on some doors on friendship, doors on some things, just shut down on some doors of maybe you spend time on social media, any door that you think will not help you to build your resilience, then you need to shut it. Build a support network. Speak to someone, cry for help. You cannot, when you're going through your struggles, the mistake most people make is that they stay alone. They just feel, what, they cry alone, they worry alone. You need to build your support network. It brings me to ask yourself, who is your support network? Can you put it in the chat group? It may be your friend, it may be someone you can speak to. So put it in the chat group, who is your support network? So it might be one person, it might be more than one person. It might be your teacher, it might be your parents, it may be a trusted adult. I work with children and young people, and I tell them, so when we work with children, we ask them, who can you speak to if you have any concerns? So I'm asking you the same question this afternoon. Who can you speak to? It may be your friend. Remember, cry for help. If you don't cry for help, no one would know that you're going through something. It may be your friend, it may be your parent. Please identify somebody that you can always build. Your church can even be your support group. Your youth fellowship, your group can be your support network. The next point is help someone in a similar situation. Yeah, let me tell you something. When you are going through a challenging time, the easiest way, or not the easiest, one of the ways to come out of it and to really be on top of your game is when you're helping someone in a similar situation. I've always believed that God makes you to go through a situation so that you can help somebody else. Because the truth is that you cannot help somebody go through a road that you have not gone through. Did you hear that? You cannot help somebody go through a road that, for instance, if you've not failed before, you cannot help somebody who has failed, because you've been there, you know what it is. And I said, you're experiencing someone else's encouragement. So whatever you go through, now, everything I'm doing, part of what I'm doing now, talking to teenagers, is the experience I had as a teenager, and that's why I can speak to you. So always see the other side of the struggle you're going through, that it is so that you can speak to somebody. So help somebody to make you feel good. It will even make you like a pro, an expert, in that thing. I trust. Just like when you're studying, have you realized that when you're studying and you teach somebody, you understand it better? That is just the logic behind it. The next point is use a strong area to boost a weaker area. For instance, if a strong point, if you know that this is my strong point, use that strong point to boost your weak area. So it's just about knowing your strength. Okay, I'm weak in this area. What is my other strong point? Let me use my other strong point to build the weaker area. For instance, if you're not good in maths, that's your weak area. Get somebody that is good in maths, teach you or something to coach you. So identify your strengths and take opportunities to build them. When you're going through struggles, I tell you, you need your strength. You need to start amplifying your strength, because it's your strength that will give you joy. It's what you like doing that will give you strength. It's what you like doing that will when I was going through a family conflict when I was growing up. So I had a support group. I had a teenage fellowship. I used to go to there. I'll tell them, can you pray with me? This is what is happening at home. I had somebody I could talk to, you understand? And above all, I love to sing then. So you just realize that I'll just go and join the teenage choir. I'll just go and do something, you know. So it took my mind away from the struggles. So see the challenge. The next point is see the challenge as temporary. It is not forever. And I say every challenge has its expiry date. Trust me, no challenge would last forever. They all have their expiry dates. It's only for a while. Just go through it. And it says, learn from your mistakes and think about the experience. The problem is many of us don't learn from our mistakes. So if you failed a particular subject before, ask yourself, what did I do wrong? What were the mistakes I made? Think about, I reflect a lot. For every experience I have, I always think about it. What did I do wrong there? Or what I start first by saying, what did I do well? For instance, at the end of this program, I'm going to assess it and say, okay, this thing's program, this Unbreakable event, what did we do well? What did we not do well? What do I need to improve on next time? So learn from your mistakes. And remember the times you have shown resilience. You know, something happened to me this year and it really wanted to shake me a bit. And I remembered, for me, I'm talking about my personal now. For me, I remembered how God helped me in that situation. So if you think about how you built resilience in the past experience, then you will be able to, you remember, oh, if I did it this way, this was how I did it that time. I think I can do it this way now. So for me, I always think when I had that issue, I just remembered how God helped me. And I said, God, you know what? You helped me through that experience. I know you're going to help me through this experience. And the final thing is that I have an action plan. So like I said, you have to do something different this time around. And my next slide would take me to have an action plan. So I want you to take this, and this will really help you. So all I've said is just speaking too much grammar. Let's now put things into perspective. Have an action plan. And when you want to have an action plan, you ask yourself, so if you're going through a struggle, if you need all this slide, is going to be on our platform, so you can always go back to it. What am I worried about? So you write it yourself. After now, you can screenshot this and write it. It will help you so that you can build that resilience. What am I worried about? Why has it happened? Why has this thing happened? Because if you don't know a solution, if you don't know the problem, you can't provide a solution to it. What is working well? What worked well for me in that instance? Because believe you me, anything that, even if it was a struggle, there is no how that something was not working well in that challenge. What is working well? Then you ask yourself, what do I need to change? I said it the other time, you cannot do the same thing the same way and expect a different result. What do I need to change? What do you do to bring about that change? So it's not about you saying, what do I need to change? You have to take action. Now you're asking yourself, what are the steps? What are the actions I need to put? It may just be that you want to reduce your hours on watching movies. It may be that you need to learn something. It may be that you need to get in touch with somebody to help you. So what are the actions that you need to put in place to bring about that change? What would help you who would help you? So you might not, there are some things that you need to change that it might not just be about you. You may need somebody. You may need a colleague in class. You may need your tutor. You may need your teacher. You may need your parents. You may even need anybody. And please don't be too full of yourself and say, oh, I don't need anybody. We all need somebody. Trust me. How many of you, okay, I'm sure most of you don't know the movie, but I'm sure you must have heard about it. Lean on me. Sometimes in our life, we all need somebody. You are not an island. You need people. So when do I need to do it? So you have to have timeline. When you have that action plan, say, okay, by next year, February, this is when I need to do this thing. So this will really help you. And I'm going to play this. I stumbled on this video on YouTube, and it's really, really that we all need to strive. Difficulties every day in life, there are challenges. From the moment a child is born, that child starts facing challenges, trust me. But we must learn to overcome these challenges.
You want it, and you're going to go all out to have it. It's not going to be easy. When you want to change, it's not easy. If it were in fact easy, everybody would do it. But if you're serious, you'll go all out. I'm in control here. I'm not going to let this get me down. I'm not going to let this destroy me. I'm coming back, and I'll be stronger and better because of it. You have got to make a declaration that this is what you stand for. You're standing up for your dreams. You're standing up for peace of mind. You're standing up for health. Take full responsibility for your life. Accept where you are and the responsibility that you're going to take yourself where you want to go. You can decide that I'm going to live each day as if it were my last. Live your life with passion, with some drive. Decide that you're going to push yourself. The last chapter to your life has not been written yet, and it doesn't matter about what happened yesterday. It doesn't matter about what happens to you. What matters is, what are you going to do about it?
This year, I will make this goal become a reality. I won't talk about it anymore. I can. I can. I can.
Wow, wow, wow. I love that. I told you you're going to love. Please let me receive some comment. Let me hear some comments about the video. I feel like playing the video again, but I want you to watch it again because it was quite, the first time I watched it, it was quite too fast for me and I didn't really. So I want you to meditatively look at it. It says you cannot do something about what has happened, but you can change it. And I like the part that it was said, I can, you can. So I'm going to play it again for you to watch it again and listen, pick up something for me. Whatever you pick up from, even if it's a word, please put it in the chat group. Remember, there is gift for most engaging. Sorry. Okay, it's like it doesn't want to play again. Okay, so let's, I don't know, it doesn't want to play again. I'm rounding off now. I, just like Auntie Amara had a positive affirmations, I also want us to go with this positive affirmations. The first one says, say to yourself, I may be hard pressed, but I'm not crushed. Meaning that if whatever that presses on you, just know that you are not crushed. So if you go through that situation, tell yourself, I'm not crushed. I may be surrounded and battered by troubles, but I'm not demoralized. So don't let, regardless of the troubles, don't get demoralized. It says, I may be perplexed, but I'm not in despair. I may be persecuted, but I'm not abandoned. I remember growing up, I faced different persecutions, but I am not abandoned. I may be struck down, but I'm not destroyed. I love that. So you may be struck down. You may be struck down, but you're not destroyed. I may be thrown down, but I'm not broken. So the fact that somebody throws you down, the fact that the situation of life, the challenges of life, the academics throw you down, you are not broken. The fact that you fail the subject, you are not broken. It says, I may have fallen, but I'm up. Yeah, tell yourself, I may have fallen. I don't know what makes you fall. It may be that you just fall from something. You just fall into, I don't know, temptation, but you can actually rise up. I may be terrorized, but God has got my back. Please always know that everybody may turn their back on you, but God will not turn his back on you. It doesn't matter what I go through, I can still make it. So it doesn't matter what you go through. Tell yourself, I can still make it. All things are working out for my good. Tell yourself all things. You see, one day I'm going to tell my story on this positive event. I've gone through, growing up, I've gone through different things in life. But I always tell myself, everything is working out for your good. They are all parts of the resources, the raw materials for your good. I'm turning my pain into gain. You're turning your pain into gain. I am turning my mess to a message. That one struck me because whatever the mess, like I told you the other time, when you go through something, you are able to help somebody in that similar situation. I remember like 7 years ago, I had a fracture on my ankle. And I was like, God, why did this happen to me? And not quite long, I think 2 or 3 months after, somebody else broke her ankle. And you know what God told me? He said, I made you to go through that. Not that I made you, not that it was intentional, but through this thing so that you'll be able to speak to this person. And afterwards, I saw like 2, 3 people that broke their ankle. And I was able, because I've been there. And the person told me, said, look, that many people just tell me, sorry, are you okay? Are you okay? But they never understood what I was going through. And the person said, the moment you called me and you spoke to me, I said, no, you know what I've gone through. So you can turn your mess to whatever thing that you've messed up with. Begin to turn it to a message, so that you can help somebody. And finally, he says, I can do all things through God who strengthens me. Trust me, you can do all things. You can do all things. Whatever it is, you can do all things. And in closing, have a positive, what we are doing today is for you to have a positive mindset. And if you have all these things, then you can build resilience. So any question for me? And before I ask the questions, there's a book that whilst I was growing up, many of us used to read it. I don't know about your time now, it's called Tough Times Never Last, but Tough People Do. Trust me, tough times don't last, but only tough people do. Thank you. Any questions? And oh, sorry, I've got a quote here by me. When life throws a lemon at you, make a lemonade out of it. Life would always throw lemon at you, but you have to make a lemonade out of it. Thank you. Any questions for me? Any questions for me? Did we enjoy it? Let me see in the chat. Sorry, I couldn't engage in the chat because my screen was. Any question for me? Any question for me? What? Let me know. Did you enjoy the session? I can do all things. I'm turning my mess into a mess. Yeah. Any question for me? Any feedback? If you've got any question, let me see your question. I've just got like few minutes more. Oh, thank you. Someone said I found the session very interesting. Sorry, I wasn't able to like engage you so much because my screen was just I couldn't really engage that much. But you are free to ask your questions now. You're free to ask me any questions. You're free to yeah. Okay. In the absence of no question, I found the session most inspiring. Thank you. And like we said, all our slides, all the session will be, you can go back on YouTube. We're going to upload it on YouTube. You can visit our social media, other social media platforms. You're going to find it there. And we'll also have content that we develop, that we're going to have from here. Yeah, thank you. The session was motivational. I got a lot of spirit lifting words. I found the session most inspiring. Thank you. And yeah, let's see what we have next. Just keep the comments coming. Keep the comments coming. Very impactful. Thank you. So now we're going to our next game. Auntie Ajim, are you ready for us? Our next game. Are you ready?
Yes. Ready. Okay, thank you very much, Ma, for this amazing session. It was so I think somebody wrote there motivational. Yes, it was very motivational, and I have taken a lot of nuggets from it to use in staying resilient, So I hope we all have also enjoyed this session as well and taken, 1 or 2 or 3 points or as many points as we can to also implement these in our life, knowing fully well that you are, like I said, you're more than enough, you're important, and you're very much valued. All right, thank you. So if you have questions for and Bimbo, you can please drop your comments in the chat box, and then we'll also your questions and your comments in chat box, and we'll also get back to it. All right, moving on.
Yeah, sorry, Ajim, sorry to interrupt you. If you also have questions for Auntie Amara, you can put it in the chat box. If you have any questions that we didn't touch in our topics, just put it there, and we'll just deal with it at the end. Yeah. So over to you, Ajim.
All right. So now I'm going to be sharing my screen. It's a very simple game, and I would want us to, be of full participation at it. All right. So I'm going to share my screen now, and then I would explain what the game is about. So in our own way of doing this game, you know what they call animal name, place, or thing. I don't know if anybody knows that. If you know it, please let me know in the comment section. When you're being told, okay, for letter A, give us animal, name, place, thing, yeah, I think, and food. Right, with that particular letter. So that is what this game is too. We're going to click on this letter. No, you see this letter D. Now you're going to tell us, we have time limit to it. So you're going to mention something, an item in a suitcase that starts with letter D, things you're allergic to that starts with letter D, historic events in letter D, things that can get you fired. Maybe that's not really applicable to us right now. Weekend activities in the occupation. I hope you understand. Please let me know in the comments, in the chat box, rather, if you don't understand this.
Sorry, Answer Jim, can they do it together? So rather than having one question.
Oh, yes.
So you don't need to answer all the questions there because it's 12, because your time start counting fast.
Okay.
If you can just put it together, yeah.
Okay, so we could just do two out of it. Or 3. Okay, can we start? Are we ready? Drum rolls. It's time for games. Are we ready? Okay.
Different questions. Answer the different. Don't do three answers for one letter.
So we're starting with letter A. Different answers. A, animal. My chat box is not popping. Can we pop it up? Animals. Color. Very color for you. Yeah. Our time is almost up. Oh. I'm not seeing any response. Are we there? And a state. And a state. Animal, color, and states. If we don't get it, I would go ahead and give my answer. And I'll win the prize for this session. But no, it's open to you. So please, let's put in our responses. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. Great. So somebody says ape for animal, aquarium. Aquamarine for color, and then antelope. Oh, Adamawa for states. Yes, that's correct. We have Ant Ash Abia. Great. So keep it coming. Time's up. Okay. Now to the next.
You see, came back.
Now to the next letter. Letter L. A boy's name, country, and and a song title. A boy's name, country, and the song title. Yes. I like these responses. Let it go. Amazing. Oh, wow. Wow. This is beautiful. Nice, 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 nice. Well done, guys. Liam, London, okay. Leg problem, ke. Leg problem, ke. Wow, so we have Leonard, Las Vegas, Love Me Like I Do. Amazing, beautiful. Beautiful. We still have more time, 38 seconds, 37 seconds left. 33 seconds, more. Can we have more? Amazing. Linda, Lily. Okay. Is Linda okay, that's for a girl's name. Yes. But I didn't mention a girl's name now. I said country. I said a boy's name, country, and song title. Rounding off. 2, 1. Time's up. One more, guys. One more. I hope we're enjoying this as I am. What is legbe? Legbe. I don't know what that is. Legbe. Is that a song? Interesting. We have letter B. Let's see. What are we going to do? Letter B. A Christmas song. Item in the kitchen. So let's do item in the kitchen. Things at a football game. Things at a football game. Items in the kitchen. And a Christmas song. Amazing. I love these responses people are giving, though. I'll go and find out. Don't worry. Amazing. Okay. Okay. Somebody is giving us a president. I didn't mention president, but that's good. Barack Obama. Amazing. Something in your kitchen or an item in the kitchen. Yes. Great. Less than 30 seconds, guys. Boots, bow, baby, please come home. We will check that song, but baby, please come home. Interesting. Less than 5 seconds now. 5 seconds, okay. And then one more, and then we'll wrap this up. Time up. Let's take the last one. We have letter S. Things that make you smile, things that grow, and a place. No, let's do cooking utensils. Yes. Things that make you smile, personality traits, things, or cooking utensils. Yes, spoon, spatula, yes. Spoon. Can we have something else? Spoon is not the only thing in the kitchen. Spatula is not the only thing in the kitchen. Or it's not the only cooking utensil in the kitchen. Can we have something else? Things that make you smile. Oh, screener, that's amazing. Good, good. Ah, somebody said suya. Hey, suya makes us smile. That is beautiful. I'm expecting to hear shawarma or to see shawarma. Don't we have shawarma lovers? Yes, shawarma. Personality trait, shyness. We're gonna change that. We're gonna change that. You don't have to be shy. And a sieve, yes. Amazing. Amazing. Great, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Sympathetic spoon. Beautiful. Less than 5 now, and we are done. Thank you guys for participating in this amazing, amazing session. Thank you. Thank you. I hope we enjoyed that. Somebody said sunflower. Nice. It's beautiful. Well done, guys. Well done, guys. I hope we enjoyed that. As
just my password has been reset. Just password.
Can we mute our mics for a minute? All right, thank you guys. So let us know when we're having our check-out.
Why did the email, this thing they sent to you? I wanted to tell you to save your number. You will just be doing nonsense on the phone that you don't understand.
Everyone from
What does your mouth? What does your mouth? When you saw that email, did you call my attention to it? Did you call my attention to it? Who reset your password?
All right.
Can you mute everyone from your end, please?
Yes, everyone is muted now. All right, so we're checking out now, guys. Well, we're rounding off the session. This wonderful Unbreakable event. I hope you have been impacted as much as I have. So let us know how you're doing after each section by scoring yourself between 0 and 10. 0 being the worst and a possible 10 being the best potential of how you feel tonight. You could just drop that in the chat room. Yes. You could drop that in the chat room. Somebody is giving us 11. That's amazing. Beautiful. 10. 10. Beautiful. 10. Amazing. Amazing. All right. All right. That's good. Well done, guys. Thank you for enjoying it as much as I did enjoy it. I hope. Yes. 10 again. Beautiful. All right, guys. So do we have feedback? Do we have questions? Do we have suggestions, comments, anything? Now, this is your opportunity to speak if you can. If you want to. Yes, please ask your question. Just drop it in the comments, in the chat box there. Or if you want to turn on your mic and then speak, that would be also nice. Okay, we'll wait for your question. Do we have any question? Do we have comments? Okay, somebody has posted here. It says, in terms of self-esteem, if you were to be put on the spot, like being pressured by friends to do something and you are one with a low self-esteem, you would most likely fold and do it to get out of the situation, even if you don't want to, or you have told yourself earlier you won't do it, or have gone through your positive affirmations, being put under pressure would make that situation complicated and harder to deal with. So my question is, what would you do in order to prepare for scenarios like that? I believe this question will go to Amara, Auntie Amara, or Auntie Beams. Which of you would want to go answer this question?
Okay, Auntie Amara, are you here?
Okay, yes, I just came in. Yes, I am.
Can you repeat did you get the question?
Just trying to read it now. I think being put on the spot and what you do, what could you do in order to prepare for scenarios like this? So for me, I mean, you later comment. I think already having an awareness that things like this will definitely happen. So if you understand that trials would come and temptations will come and these things would come, then you can get ready for it. So you've even answered the A part, which is you're already aware that scenarios like this will come. So before it comes, what do you do? What do you do before it comes? So you can start, it's just like rehearsing before the actual practice. So you can start reading books, and then you can test your mental strength, and you can ask yourself, so if this thing had to happen, what would I do? What would I do if I'm faced with this kind of situation? So you don't have to get to that situation before you now start thinking about what to do. So for instance, you already know that the society is morally bankrupt. And so you might be forced to start, what are those things that they do? Maybe smoking or all of those things. There's a possibility. So you tell yourself, you build your mind to say no. The ability to say no in the face of challenges is something that we have to start with even before we get to that point. When you start like that, that's what I used to do. And so I trained my mind and I would say, this is what is happening now. These are the temptations that teenagers like me are going through. When it comes, this is what I'm going to say. So there's already an awareness. I have it at the back of my mind. And when it happens, I'm able to say no. Not because I'm so I wouldn't say that I'm so strong mentally, but because I've planned for it. And then there's also the God factor. Sometimes, and let me take you to Daniel 1:8 when I was talking about having a mantra. So when you have a mantra that guides you through life, you're able to look at it and then it helps you, it builds you. You know what to do in situations like this. If you go to Daniel 1:8, it talks about purpose, it talks about determination, it talks about what to do when you are faced with certain challenges. So the first thing is, if you actually want to overcome, it's much more than saying that, you know what, I won't do this. You have to be purposed and tell yourself that these are the things I'm not going to do, no matter how difficult it seems, no matter how much pressed I am at that point. Some people say anything will won't happen, make it happen. I know go do one. Do you get? So I think you have to start training your mind even before then, knowing that there is a possibility that these things will happen. If you start and then you are worded, you're reading books, you have started empowering yourself before then. You started empowering yourself before then. You started preparing for, you're reading motivational books. When you get to that point, believe me, you will not know where the strength comes from. And that's the mental strength that we've been talking about. You just see that you are able to just say no to things. I don't know if Auntie Abimbola wants to come in now.
Sorry, I just want to cue Auntie Amara for that. She said it all, honestly. I think it's something that has to do with, you have to have your own personal values. Yeah, you've got to have your own personal values. So you don't wait until something happens or you find yourself in a situation before you decide. So it's like you plan it. You have your personal values ahead of. I remember as a teenager, I just set some personal values for myself. I had my boundaries. I had my personal boundaries. So some things didn't catch me unawares, because I just said to myself from the day one, I said to myself, these are the things I won't do. These are the things I won't do. And these are my personal boundaries. So when I found myself in that situation, I mean, because I had my personal values and boundaries, I just said, no, you know what, I won't do these things. And I know there are times that people, except that person is putting that thing, for instance, holding you down, and you can't, even at that, you still have, and I noticed something. When you have your personal values, let people know what you stand for and what you believe in. Trust me, once people know what you stand for and what you believe in, there are some things they won't even bring your way. So when I was a teenager, I had some friends, they would tell you, oh, if it's Abimbola, don't even go there. Forget it. She won't do it. She won't be interested. So it's not about you knowing your personal values. Let people know what you stand for. Once they know what you stand for, there are some things, and many a times we teenagers, we walk into things. That's the truth. Let's have personal values, personal boundaries that is obvious to our friends, that is obvious to people. It helps a lot. It helps a lot. Yeah. I don't know if that helps.
Let me just come in. Let me just also add something. Sometimes she's also said something valid. Sometimes they know that, okay, this is her stance. A lot of people will keep away and it's okay, don't bother, she won't do it. However, there's some people that would say, you know what, let's go and try. You might think she thinks that. I remember when I was in the uni and I was a Jesus girl, as people would say. So anything clubbing, my roommates would go out for clubbing and I wouldn't. So before you know it, I started being pressured into clubbing, and they would come and say, no, you need to go to club, Amara. And then one day I said, you know what? This thing, okay, I want to teach these people a lesson in terms of what I can do, what I cannot. I went to the club that day and it was deliberate. But when I got there, I didn't do anything. I didn't drink. I just stayed at the point at a spot. And then somebody came to me and said, what are you doing here? My answer is because there are times when you just decide to budge and say, you know what, people have been disturbing me too much. Let me do it. Those times will come, those situations will come. But what do you still do in the face of that? Somebody came to me and said, what are you doing here? You look very different. You look out of place. We got back to the hostel and I said, you know why I went to the club that day? I just wanted to let you know that it won't make a difference because they had told me, you know what, Amara, if you can just go to the club one day, that's the end. You'll become an addict. You'll be going every day. And then I said, it didn't change who I am. I am not going to go to the club with you anymore. This is who I am. In fact, the more I went to the club that day, I detested it and I know it will never happen again. You might find yourself eventually in that situation, but what do? Use it as an opportunity to even preach. Use it as an opportunity to let them know that this thing that you're doing, it is not the right way. For some people, you should flee because not everybody is morally strong to do that. I know myself because I'm very confident. I would not encourage anybody else to say, okay, just budge and go. But I wanted to prove a lesson and I wanted them to just back off. But for some people, and that's why I talked about appearances of evil, you should run away. Don't say, oh, let me try, because you may not get out of it. And that's why you don't budge at all. When you know that something isn't working and it might affect you, run, flee. So yeah.
Thank you. So if you need, if you still need more talk, if you still want to talk to somebody about it, maybe there's some things you can't just share. There's some you can't go into details. You could just see us afterwards, just know how to contact. And please, for everyone that is here, if you have something bothering you, we feel, oh, we've not touched any area, please feel free. You have you can always send a DM, you can always to yourself. Others me, I would not. Thank you. Any other question? Oh, I've seen it. I've seen yeah. Oh, thank you, Richard. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, any feedback before we go to the announcement? Please don't go. We are going to announce our winners. We've got winners. Yeah, don't go yet. Can we have the announcement feedback? Yeah, let's have the opinion. Yeah, let's have the poll. So we want your feedback. Can you take it back to the feedback? I'm sure we've all I don't want to assume that we've all enjoyed the event, but I'm thinking, I feel we've all enjoyed it. And so we'll just be having our feedback. We're gonna do like an opinion poll, a poll, and let us know. It will really help us. So we've got so how easy was it joining the meeting? Was it easy, not easy, very easy? How would you rate? Jim, let me just get this. Let me hand over to you. Then you know how to do this. Hello, Ajim, are you there?
Yes, please. All right, so quick one, everybody. Let's just take the poll. We have 6 questions that shouldn't take us, so much time. So how easy was it joining the meeting? Was it easy for you? Was it not easy? Just tap on the poll. Just give your response to it. Okay? Not easy, very easy. 2, how would you rate today's event? Just give us a short answer. You could type in there. Thirdly, which of our social media platforms do you visit regularly? Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. Are you interested in our WhatsApp community? Yes, no. How did you know about this event? Let us know. Were you invited? Or you've always been a member? You followed? You saw the ad? Would you be attending subsequent events? Yes, I will. Not so sure. Let us know. Amazing. So 2 more minutes and we'll end the poll and move on to other things that we have assigned for today. Let's keep our answers coming. How easy was it joining the meeting? How would you rate today's event? Which of our social media platforms do you visit regularly? Are you interested in joining our WhatsApp community? And how did you know about this event? And would you be attending subsequent events? Are we all done? Have we all answered? Let me know if you have. Oh, that's good. If you're already in the WhatsApp community, that's beautiful. So we need you to also invite your friends and others. Let them also come and be a member and get impacted by the positive team energy. Great, great, great. All right, guys. Thank you so much for participating in this poll. And we'll move on now to
now the announcements before we take the announcements before we take up our winners, before we announce our winners. Ajim, are you done with the poll?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
So
okay, guys. Thank you.
All right. You can go ahead, Ma.
Okay. So guys, thank you for coming. Let's just take announcements before we take our prizes, announce our winners today. So this Resilience Remix 2, we're going to have a part 2 of this Resilience Remix. And we're going to be using a tool. We're meant to use it, but there's no time today. It's called Resilience Conversation Tool to make changes we need and build resilience. So it's more like we want to apply those things we've learned. It's like we want to have resources that can help us build resilience in different areas of our lives. So how do you build resilience? You can and your hobbies to build resilience. You can build resilience in your education. You can build resilience in your health. You can build resilience in your friendship. So like 6 major areas of your life that you can build resilience. Trust me, I keep saying trust me, because when I say something, I'm very confident of what I say, because this is my profession, this is my calling, this is my gifting. That's what I tell people. So it's a tool that I'm going to be using for us, too. So we're going to be having the part 2. We'll get to know when the part 2 is going to be. Yeah, I'll let you know when the part. If you're interested, just pop in the chat. Yes, I'm interested. Yes, I'm interested. Can we have the second announcement? Can we have the second announcement? Okay, so please, we know that there are some things that you may want us to talk about that we've not talked about here. Tell me what you want to send us a DM, send us a DM, send us emails, what the ideas and topics you want us to talk about in our next edition or subsequent edition. And I want to say it again, trust me, the next edition is something you won't want to miss. The next slide. So send us ideas, send us topics you want us to talk about. Visit our social media platforms and join the WhatsApp group. We're going to put the WhatsApp group link on the group chat. We are on Facebook.
Yes,
we are on Instagram. Can you please mute your mic, please? We are on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok. We are on YouTube. Visit our social media. Everything we've said in this event tonight, this evening, everything we said in August, you would always find it on our platforms. We have content for you to read. We have things for you to read. If you love those videos, if you love what Auntie Amara said, if you love what Auntie Abimbola have said, go to our social media platforms. You will read them. The next slide. Yes. So this is an interesting one. Can you please mute your mic? Can you please mute your mic? Thank you. So this is an interesting one. It's called a virtual movie night. So COVID taught us that there is nothing you can do virtually. There is nothing. I mean, the whole world was shut down and everybody had to do virtual. There were virtual parties. I did a virtual party during COVID. There were virtual hangouts and everything. So this time around, we're having a virtual movie night on the 27th. Sorry, on the 27th. That's on the Friday. Friday. Virtual movie night. If you're interested, just let me know. So you're not going to the cinema. The cinema is going to be in the comfort of your bedroom, in the comfort of your lounge. And you just let me know if you're interested. It's not, we won't advertise it like we won't announce it, like make it public like we did, like everybody. It's just so you're privileged to be in this program because you won't flyer out there. You're privileged to be here. You're getting this first-hand information. So DM me if you're interested in a virtual movie night. The next slide. And it's on the 27th of this month, on the Friday night. So after Christmas, let's come together virtually and watch some movies. The next announcement is, I love this one. So the Positive Teen is in search of Positive Teen brand ambassadors. How many of us know the X Factor? We have different countries have their their reality. It's not a reality show per se, like a search for a winner, search for something. So the Positive Teen is advertising the search for Positive Teen brand ambassadors for 2025. If you know you want to be a Positive Teen brand ambassador, that means you're going to be the face of Positive Teen brand, Positive Teen. You're going to be like do everything. You know what a brand ambassador is. You're representing us, you're inviting people, and trust me, there are many things you stand to benefit. There are many things. So DM me. I'm not going to tell you everything about it because we've run out of our times. We've run out of time. Just DM me if you want to be a positive. So we make it 2025 positive teen brand ambassadors. DM me, send me an email. Yeah, the next one is TED. It's called TED, T-E-D. I love acronyms a lot. I play with words a lot. I play with letters. It's called TED. Tell, explain, and describe. T for tell, E for explain, D for describe. So what we want to do is that you've all attended, for as many of you that attended this event, do a TED, do like a short TED. Tell people about the program, explain, describe it. So you can put it on our social media platforms. So just put hashtag TED, tell, explain, hashtag TED, tell, explain, describe. Share your experience about the program, bullet points it and everything. The next, it's mentoring and counseling. So like I said at the beginning, positive teen is, in a summary, the vision is to support teenagers to have a positive mindset and to exhibit positivity in every area of their lives. So what we do is beyond organizing events. The least thing we do is organizing events. More of what we do is mentoring and counseling. So if you want us to mentor you in this journey of your teenage years, I tell, I've got a teenage daughter, and I tell her, I said, everything I'm doing now as an adult, as a mom, was what I learned as a teenager. The vision of positive teen that I have today, I got it as a teenager. And so because I had somebody mentoring me, I had a platform whereby I was mentored. I had a platform whereby I could speak to people. I had a platform that I could be counseled. You need this as a teenager, trust me. So if you know that you want some mentoring sessions, you want counseling, you want somebody to talk to, you want somebody to hold your hands, you want somebody to pray with you, we have challenges, right? I don't know, but as a teenager, I had some challenges that I just needed people to pray along with me, someone to talk to, someone to give me direction. You can always DM us, you can contact us on our social media platform. If you want your privacy, and let me tell you, we maintain your privacy and confidentiality. We treat your case with utmost privacy and confidentiality. If you need counseling, we're starting that in 2025. We want to hit the ground as soon. Auntie Amara, I told you, she's passionate about young people. I'm sure she's going to be there to give you. You've enjoyed speaking and hearing her. Just imagine when you have one-to-one session with her. Thank you. The next slide. Yeah. So can I hear this? Mark April 12, 2025. That is when we're going to have our next positive teen event. So we are not going on holiday. It's just that we wanted to be having positive events bi-monthly. We wanted to be having it bi-monthly, but we realized that for one reason or the other, we wanted to do one during the midterm, half-term, but somewhere in school and everything. So we just said, you know what? We just make our programs every holiday because everybody goes on holiday. And it's going to be Easter holiday, I think 20th thereabouts. So we're going to have our next positive teen event 12th of April. Start marking your calendar, save that day. It's on a Friday. And this time around, we are not talking self-esteem. We're not talking resilience. We're not talking social media. We're not talking purpose. We're talking love and relationship. I'm sure we've got questions. Teenagers, who says that teenagers don't also have some crush and some love-related issues or relationship-related issues? So we're going to be talking all that. And if you've got personal questions that you want us to talk about, please do let us know anything. So what we want to do in April is that we want to sit back, hear from what question. So start sending in your questions down on love, on relationship, or anything. It can be anything. It can be you want to talk about peer pressure on vaping, peer pressure on dating, peer pressure on, let me say this, pornography, something, anything you want to talk about. We want to talk. So in April, we're going to feel as possible. We are addressing real issues that I call it frank talk with teenagers. and you don't want to miss it. Save the date, April 12, 2025. The next slide, please, Ajim. Oh, yes. Sorry, before I say something, before I announce the winner, something came to my mind. I'm sure these teenagers will be saying this Auntie Bimbo talks a lot. She just talks a lot. I love talking. I do talking for living, you know. Thank you. So let me go now to announce our winners. And the kind of job I do, you need to know how to talk, you know. You need to be able to talk. Not talk rubbish, though. You have to talk to impact lives. And that's what I love doing. Yeah, so to our prize winners for today. Let me see if you're excited to hear the prize winners. Put it in the chat box and say I'm excited. Put it in the chat box. Let's hear from you. Yes, so we have 5 categories today that we are giving prizes to. And before the program, we advertised that we're going to give prize for early and staying bird. And today, for the first person that came, that logged in, we give it to Ayobami. Is she still around? Ayobami Owolabi. That is our first prize winner today. She's the early and staying bird. She was the first person to attend this event, and she stayed to the very end. Thank you, Ayobami. Thank you. Thank me after now for your prize. And we also announced that we're giving the prize for most engaging. Oh, this person has just been engaging from the beginning to the end, from the beginning. This person, I don't want to say if it's a he or she, don't get it out of my mouth. This person was just there, you know, the comments was just there. And the most engaging for today, we give it to Timileyin Makinde. Give him a shout out. Timileyin, can you just say something in the chat box? Let's see a reaction in the chat box. Most engaging goes to Timileyin Makinde. I'm going to take back my prize if we don't do something in the chat box. Now, the person, so when we advertised this program, we talked about the person with the highest votes. We encourage people, we said, invite 5 people, and you get to win something. So this person, I'm not sure she's here. She says she has a program. The person with the highest invites goes to Praise Martins. She's not, I don't know if she's here. Praise Martins, you're still going to get your prize. So you DM me for your prize. Timileyin, are you still here, or should I give your gift to somebody else? And we have, she's here. Okay, so we have the next person, overall game winner. So this person, oh, Praise, that's good. So Praise won, the person with the highest invites. Yes, so the overall game winner, this person has taken, all of you took part in most of you took part in the games, but we can't give gifts to everyone. So what we did was that across all the games, we looked at the person that was consistent in all the games. Timileyin also was very consistent, but Timileyin, we won't give you this because you can't take all the gifts away, you know. So we're giving the gift to a second person that participated across all games, and she really participated, and she also gave good answers. Ara, her name is Ara here. So Ara, can you give like an emoji reaction if you're here? So that goes for her. Yeah. Okay, thank you. And another, so we have someone else who also participated across board, you know, the games, the most engaging, the second person that is next to Timileyin, most engaging across board. We have Covenants. Yeah, Covenants. Yeah, okay, she appears as Iteoluwa here. So she participated across board. So she's second to Timmy. And the grand prize for today, the teen of the day. You don't want to know who the person is. Give it up for Timileyin Makinde, the teen of the day. So the teen of the day means that it was just on point all through. It was just from most engaging to overall game. That's what I said. Similarly, you won't go with all our gifts. If I'd given you the overall game because you actually partook well, you would have gone away with 3. So we're giving you the teen of the year. So Timile, you've got 2 prizes from us. Thank you guys. Thank you everyone. Any other thing that we want to say, Ajim? Oh, thank you. So thank you once again, everybody. I'm sure. Can you just say something in the chat box and let us know what you feel about this program? Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your data. Thank you. Say thank you to your parents also. Thank you for attending. Thank you for believing in positive teen. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. If you need mentoring, if you need counseling, if you need somebody to pray with you, send us a DM. We are always here. Thank you. Have a Merry Christmas. Thank you. God bless you. Have a lovely weekend. For those that won their prizes, please contact me afterwards. Thank you. Bye. You can just enjoy it. So as you're going, just enjoy this music. Thank you. Ajim, I want you to listen to the song before you leave the meeting.
There's always gonna be someone trying.
See you. No, go ahead. See you in April for the event, but visit our social media platforms. We can have the song, Gajim.
That you know where you belong. Open up their eyes for some more to see. Let them know you are and you'll always be unbreakable. Shut them down, don't fall apart. No, don't you let them in your head. Doesn't matter what they said. Get up on your feet instead and then show them who you are. Show them that you're strong. Show them they've been seeing you all wrong. Open up their minds, throw away the key. Tell them that you are and you'll always be. You're strong. Show them that you've known it all along.